Okay, part one we talked about how you got him, how you started to create the ideas you had and how everything began. Let's move up to the past few years. The shop here on Tillman Street between 17th and 18th is not the first store you had, am I correct?
No, we purchased the Goodbye Girls, which was on the corner of 18th and Allen Street. And the building was too small, it really wasn't working out for us, so we got an opportunity to have this space on Tillman Street, and it's wider, and it's in little rooms which are sort of themed, and it's just more conducive to what we sell.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah, when you took me on the tour, what was the main word I used? It's amazing here. Which is really, every room, it's really cool the way, again, my highest compliments on the layout and the setup and the design of the store. Because it's not like you're walking through racks, of things and trying to figure everything out. It's, basically you can come in here, okay, it's okay, I want a hat. People can go right to one room, so
Right.
it's...
Well, I also wanted it to be comfortable for people. Our customers become our family, so we don't have any family here. So when customers come in, whether they have money to spend or they're just coming in to have a good time, we want it to be a relaxing and positive atmosphere, and we want them to have a good time and stay and tell people that it's a fun place to go.
So even the level of service that people can expect, it's... And I really hate to use this term because a lot of younger people might not get it. But let me phrase it differently. It's not your typical. Okay. You come in. You get what you want. You get good service and you leave. This is more of a more personal level of service and a higher level of service than what you get from a lot of places.
Yes, you have me personally. I'm here to dress you, to help you, to give you my personal unbiased opinion.
That's how whether people may like it or not, they do respect honesty.
And that's important because I don't want anybody to leave the shop looking in something unflattering and say that they bought it here, because that's not what we're about. We're here to build confidence in women and to help women feel beautiful and to look the best they can be. And so, I have to do my job. I have to do my job, which is to tell the truth and to help them.
Okay, now a lot of people, when they think of vintage clothing, they mainly think it's for women. Is this...
No, we have men's too.
Okay.
Yes, I have a beautiful Pierre Cardin plaid suit. It has to be plaid.
I remember the 70s.
Yeah, and I have some like Beatles shirts, something that, they would have worn in the 60s, and bowling shirts and flowered disco shirts. One looks like my mom's couch in the 70s.
And you even have along with the flowered shirts, you even have a room that's themed that way.
Yes, we do. We have the disco room in the back, complete with lava lamp. And I'm trying to talk my husband into getting me a disco ball. I'll get it.
I don't know if Spencer still exists or not, but so with the new location here now, like I said, there was one store. It closed down for, you mentioned one. You're over here on Tillman Street now. This appears to be a much better location for you now, actually.
Yes. It's a lot of traffic, and it's a wider space. It's just it's a really nice atmosphere. The neighbors around here are really great. Bike lanes across the street, and it's fun.
You even have a McDonald's 2 blocks up the road.
There you go. We have a Subway. We have a Dunkin' Donut. Dollar stores over here.
What you mentioned about the bowling shirts, the Rose Bowl's down on 15th and a block off. So it's great. Now, as far as you haven't even had your grand opening yet. No. You have an online store.
Yes.
Okay, and that's pretty much how you got into the retail, okay. So you're not only your audience and your potential customers are not only limited to here in Lehigh Valley, where they can actually go online, whether in different states or different countries.
Right.
So Now, how do you feel like, as far as over, especially the past, I think it's like 10 years tops, how do you think that the online shopping has, and the online availability has affected like businesses? Do you think it's helped some businesses, or do you think overall it's like maybe did a little bit of a dent into physical locations?
I can't say, well, I know from my own business, it helps to have an online store. Even with people who are local, they're always looking online to see what we have, what is there before they come. Sometimes they don't want to waste the trip, they don't want to waste gas, they don't have time, whatever, so they want to know that we have a certain product before they get here. And for people who live far, it's it's convenient, to order something and to have me ship it out. So I think it's a help more than a hindrance to have an online store. But it is a lot of work. It's like having a second store. You have to work that as much as your physical space.
Right. Now, just one final question. I always ask this from everybody, What would your advice be to people who, like yourself, where you go after your dreams? Especially, I mean, even an artist who paints, that's a business.
Right.
What would be your advice to them as far as, not giving up, as far as, how hard, how it's a lot difficult at times than it may appear it's a great idea. Advice to people, even people who own small businesses now, or people who are thinking about, especially in today's economy, where I don't care what they say, the economy still is bad.
Yes, the economy is bad, but you can't live your life watching the news and saying, oh, I can't open my business now because the stock market is doing this and nobody is buying and blah, blah, blah. If people want something, they will find a way to purchase it. I'm a woman, I know, okay? And as far as pursuing your dreams, you're never too old. You're never too young. You have to persevere. You have to have determination. You have to. If you don't have that, then you can work for another company, and there's nothing wrong with that. But as for me and my husband, we have the determination and the drive because I like being my own boss. I like creating, and I like to serve the public. And
So basically, never give, no matter what the odds, no matter what the fates and people throw at you, never give up.
no, and yes, you will suffer, and you will experience defeat, and you'll experience bad times. But without the bad times, there'll be no good times. So, this
Good lesson for life in general.
Right.
The bad times make the good ones that much more worthwhile. Well, thank you very much for your time. I hope you enjoyed it.
Thank you.
And I had a great time doing this interview. And
Well, I had a great time with you.
I posted this on Facebook. One of my favorite parts about even doing, from my end, doing my magazine is interviewing people and finding out, it's one of my favorite parts. So, but yeah, the store, I wish you the best of luck.